Yeah, good day, class. This is Donatus Bono, making a presentation on a project titled HR Functional Deep Drive. Is a presentation. This title of my presentation is Incorporating Performance Management Strategy for Bank of Shanghai, LA. And today is February 24th, 2017. Bank of Shanghai, based on 23 years continuous expansion and growth with over 200 regional branches, which we could easily see from the graph. The next question is why are we incorporating performance management strategy for Bank of Shanghai early? For me to be able to answer that question, we have to look at these keywords: HR practices, strategy, performance culture, talent planning, compensation and benefits, employee performance appraisal. Bank of Shanghai LA share one common characteristic. Wherever their operating model, high performance focus rigorously on managing constant incremental performance improvement. This enables them to sustain growth, profitability, and local market differentiation. One necessitated the need for performance management despite the Bank of Shanghai's exponential expansion and growth. The following bulleted points will explain better. The reasons are the senior management leadership deviation from the bank's mission and vision statement, the reactionary inconsistencies and oversights in the hiring process, senior leaders' dereliction of their responsibilities, the need for management to revamp and focus on employees' continuous improvement and retraining, dissatisfied employees paying inconsistencies and disparity, high rate of lawsuits filed and complaints against managers, challenge of meeting with the global economic market growth and demands. So what are the solutions or the benefits of applying the performance management? We could rightly say, like I pointed earlier, for HR practices, the importance of this is that when an employee's goal is defined in terms of organizational KPI, it ensures that what the employee is doing is well aligned with the goals of the organization. This is a critical link between employee performance and organizational success. KPIs strategy. KPIs are metrics that link organizational vision with the individual action. If you think of strategic practice as a pyramid, as shown in figure 1 below, with vision at the top and action at the bottom, in the middle you'll find the KPIs that have been derived from the strategy, objectives, and critical success factors of the organization. This reflects how well an organization is achieving its stated goals and objectives, as can rightly see in the visual presentation. Moving right along, the application of the key points of performance management indicators brings us to the next question, which is performance culture. Performance improvement is the foundation. Behavior is the foundation. That is, behaviors are the change agents. Performance management solutions to be implemented that will focus employees on continuous improvement, facilitates conversation between staff and manager, and points employees in the direction that benefits the entire organization. Research revealed 5 transformational components critical to a performance culture, which are people, process, strategy, leadership, and technology. When each component is in alignment and seamlessly blended together, this transition begins from a sales environment focused on products to a performance environment focused on customers. With this little diagram, you can see the bridge to a performance culture, like people, process, strategy, leadership, technology. And the next solution is talent planning. High-performing banks like Bank of Shanghai LA incorporated talent planning to help them focus on an observational coaching model, which isolates individual goals, individual behavioral change, and continuous incremental performance improvement. For compensation and benefits, the transformational incentive program helps keep motivation strong, which tends to drive better performance. Most banks compensate employees for absolute performance and fail to reward performance improvement and recognize the behavior that drive performance improvement. Transformational banks, those with a performance culture, just like Bank of Shanghai, rewards performance improvement and vocally recognize use of the behaviors that cause success, not simply the success itself. These new organizational and coaching behaviors are the cultural lever, the cultural change agent the Bank of Shanghai has been looking for. Employee performance appraisal, an effective performance management process enables managers to evaluate and measure individual performance and optimize productivity by 1. Aligning individual employees' day-to-day actions with strategic business objectives, providing visibility and clarifying accountability related to performance expectations, documenting individual performance to support compensation and career planning decisions, establishing focus for skill development and learning activity choices, creating documentation for legal purposes to support decision and reduce duration. Then this figure goes to show the 6 key characteristics that distinguish the traditional HR delivery models and how they interact with the external factors to help influence the business model of the transformational performance management strategy, which you can rightly see from business and talent strategy and enterprise culture, how it is interwoven between the senior executives, the HR leadership team, down to the operation and the HR operational services, the business HR, communities of S5 vendors, and working hand in hand with the external business customers. Down the line, Bank of Shanghai's traditional model that focuses on service delivery efficiency and cost reduction is not enough. Hence, it is incumbent on the new CHRO to develop new modus operandi blueprint that will focus on client engagement, bring HR closer to the business, and will turn the team into consultants and advisors, as well as move HR's functions of service delivery to a driver of strategic talent and business outcome. This HR transformation does not preclude their function to be efficient in their delivery of core services, but also set the talent agenda and drive performance and engagement. Thus, traditional ways of delivering HR capabilities are not getting just there. Instead, it includes blueprints from rationalization to optimization functions, as shown in the slides that follow, which you could rightly see by comparing the traditional HR delivery models to the high-impact HR operating model. And the next slide also, pictorially depicts the movements on how you understand the different HR operating models to the principles applied, how it affects the vision of the target, creates a future state process worksheet, create detailed future state HR operating model, and finally define the roles and responsibilities of the organization and its employees. My conclusion is there are 3 critical principles at the heart of driving this performance management, which I believe, if implemented, the Bank of Shanghai CHRO new blueprint will help the HR skills up to a new level of operational capability. And there are some below. It should be about the business imperatives and insights about the workforce have to guide how HR operates, not the other way around like previously and traditional practice in Bank of Shanghai. Nimble should be the key. When HR demonstrates agility, flexibility, and coordination, it unlocks high business performance throughout the organization, unlike just focusing more on hiring bodies, competent or not, to fill vacancies rather than being strategic about employees and managers they hire and what innovative ideas they will bring to the Bank of Shanghai. Operational functions, this will checkmate pay inconsistency and disparity, for instance. The performance metrics should be beyond the organization. Industry and social networks, organization customers, and external markets must be integrated within how HR operates. This will enable a two-way communication channel that will focus on using feedback to know areas that the bank is performing below par and work hard to improve on them. This will also help them stem the negative tide of the high number of mid-level managers that were constantly leaving the organization for bearer of greater responsibilities elsewhere. It follows that in HR transformation, today's HR function has a new set of challenges. A mandate to drive the talent agenda and help attract the best in the market, the need to drive alignment, culture, and global performance, the opportunity to better leverage technology and analytics, Bank of Shanghai's monumental expansion, and the demands of 21st century workforce, as illustrated by the other slides below. And these are my references, and this is the end of my presentation. Thank you.